Hey, I want to take a nap. Anyway, so this is the eye that we'll be shading, and I'll also show you guys how to shade the skin. Anyway, make a new layer above it. Pick any color. I'm going to choose green because I like green. So also set it to clipping on that new layer, and then just go in and color the pupil only. Also, I showed you guys how to make eyes in the other previous tutorial. If you want to see it, then just go look at it. These birds are really loud. Anyway, so locking your layer, we're going to have dark at the top of the eye and a lighter color at the bottom of the eye. When I do green eyes, I usually like to put yellow. Anyway, making a new layer, getting a green color using the perfect brush. We're going to just tap and make the pupil. I'm really tired. I should sleep now. I mean, it's the middle of the day, but I want to sleep. Anyway, so the eye won't be perfectly round. It's going to be kind of ovalish. Also, I like to blur my things because it kind of, it softens things. Making a new layer, setting it to multiply. Yes, another multiply layer. Lowering the opacity of the brush, and just doing some really messy, squiggly lines there. And then making a pupil inside of the pupil. That's not logical, but it's art. It doesn't have to be logical. Then tracing the outside of what was the pupil, like the secondary pupil. I have no idea what the hell. Alright, then going around the edges of the eye. I really want to take a nap. So going around the edges of the eye to make an outline. And then making two lines that go between the first pupil and the second pupil. And then at the top of the eye, making a dark shadow. Making a new layer, we're going to set it to add. We're going to get an airbrush. We're going to get yellow. And we're going to make it really, really tiny and just going to do little squiggly lines. It all looks messy up close, but further away it looks really pretty, in my opinion. So just do these squiggly lines to your heart's content. Don't overdo it though. Also just a little spot on the pupil and the secondary pupil. I have no idea. Making a new layer. I'm using blue, but you can use anything you want. The new layer is set to multiply, by the way. I mean add. So with your dip pen soft, we're going to make eyelashes. Also, don't make the line straight down. So these are kind of like shadows from the eyelashes hitting the eye a bit. It makes it look really shiny. Also, when you do this, make sure that your lines are curved. Make sure they're curved. How many times did I yawn already? Okay, so lower the opacity to your liking, and then we're going to merge everything. Then we're going to blur the edges, not the entire eye, just the edges. Then I'm also going to blur the inside of the eyelashes, kind of, but only the inside, not the outside, only the inside. I don't get it, I got 8 hours of sleep, why am I like this? So making a new layer, we're going to get the perfect brush, and we're just going to start making all the highlights. Also, I set the background to transparent so you can clearly see it. So then I'm also blurring the edges of the white of the eye. Then I'm going to lock it, and I'm going to get a really, really light blue. Then I'm going to get a non-saturated kind of reddish. I'm just going to do the top of the eye and around the eye just to give it some dimension. Jeez, I really want to take a nap. So, making a new layer, setting it above that, setting it to multiply. Then I'm also going to adjust the colors because I thought it was too dark. So we're going to merge those, and then we're going to get a new layer, and we're going to get the shade brush. If you don't know where that is, just find it in the brushes that I use video. And we're going to curve the shadow just slightly, then we're going to get a darker blue. Over the top, we're going to lock it, and then we're going to get either a purple, a pink, or a red, and just do at the bottom of the eye. And then we're going to blur it a little to soften it. We're going to lower the opacity. And then we're going to erase the part of the highlight so the highlight can still stand out. Making a new layer, setting it to multiply, getting the airbrush, and just tapping in the middle of the eye by the eyelashes. And then making it even smaller so that we can add little details. Everything looks pretty messy up close, but if you zoom out, it'll look nicer. And then also with the red, I'm just going along the pupil to make kind of this like hatching kind of pattern thingy, just because, yes. Using the smudge brush, I'm just smudging the eyelashes a little bit, and also the eyebrow because I feel like it looks a little too solid and stiff. Yeah. And then we're also gonna be doing that little cut thingy on the eyebrow. And when you do that cut style on the eyebrow, don't do it straight down, do it slightly on an angle. Then we're gonna just tap the airbrush on this so we can change the color of the line art. Making a new layer under it. We can use a skin color unless you already have your skin color. And then we're gonna get an airbrush at the bottom of the eye. And at the eyebrow. Geez, man. And then also to make kind of a double eyelid. That's called double eyelid, right? And then a little bit at the bottom of the eye. And then 2 at the end of that double eyelid. Then also just little lines for some blush. I make the lines pretty thin. Then we're just defining that double eyelid a little more. And then we're going in and we're smudging it a bit to just make it look softer and blend more. And then we're getting a darker color just to go at the top. And we're done. Okay, I'm sorry if this seemed rushed, but that's because I am in a rush. Okay, and I'm really tired. Okay, I don't know why I'm tired, but anyway, I'm gonna go take a nap, hopefully. Alright, thank you for the fan art, by the way. I'm really, really happy with it. Have a good night, day, wherever you are. And thank you all for stopping by, and see ya!